In today's video, I will be ranking my top 15 favorite roller coasters. I have had the pleasure of riding 42 unique roller coasters. These range from kiddie coasters to massive steel coasters and classic wooden ones. I placed the coasters here based on my most recent rides. Without further ado, let's get started. To start off the list, at number 15 is Undertow at the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. This is a fun family spinning coaster. The coaster has a decently long ride duration with several drops and many twists and turns along the way, along with plenty of spinning. Coming in at number 14 is Matterhorn Bobsleds at Disneyland. This is the first coaster to feature steel tubular track. It is fun to race the ever bobsleds in and around the iconic Matterhorn Mountain, making this a very fun family coaster. And number 13 is the Incredicoaster / California Screamin' at Disney's California Adventure. This ride is not the most forceful, but it was the first coaster I went on to feature an inversion. The launch is fun and looks very nice off-ride. The coaster also features over 6,000 feet of track, making it a very long ride. Coming in on number 12 is Superman Ultimate Flight at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. This coaster has a few very fun launches that pull decent force and some very good hang time on the inline twist. Another upside to this coaster is that it features a lap bar instead of the comfort collars found on newer versions of this ride model. Overall, a very fun and enjoyable coaster. Coming in just outside the top 10 at number 11 is Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm. This coaster has a good mix of airtime and positives. The drop is good airtime and the inversions pack some decent force. I wish it were a bit longer, but it is still very fun. To start off the top 10 is Silver Bullet at Knott's Berry Farm. This ride has an unconventional layout for an invert, with several unique elements including the iconic Cobra Roll, the wave turn, and the very intense final helix. The ride is a long and very unique attraction. Coming in at number 9 is Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Studios Hollywood. It has some semi-forceful indoor launches, lots of theming, and a few pops of airtime scattered around its fully indoor layout, making it an overall well-rounded attraction. Coming in at number 8 is Demon at California's Great America. This aero creation is surprisingly smooth, with only one section that gives headbanging, being the transition into the double corkscrew. The vertical loop offers a pinch of force, and the drop offers a tiny bit of airtime for those in the back. It is a fantastic classic multi-looper. And number 7 is the Joker at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. This coaster has a good amount of airtime and some very fun inversions. The stall is short and the other inversions felt very floaty. The ride has a good duration and is just extremely fun to ride. In number 6, we have Flight Deck at California's Great America. I am sure many of you are asking how this invert from the 90s beats an RMC. The reason for this is because of its intensity. The inversions are very forceful and this coaster has insane pacing. The first turnaround and the final helix offer great positive Gs. The only problem with this coaster is that it is on the shorter side. We are rushing into the top 5 with Gold Striker at California's Great America. This GCI creation has a good amount of laterals and plenty of airtime as it roars through its layout. It is running quite smoothly. There are a few wooden coasters I prefer over this though. In number 4, we have Railblazer at California's Great America. This coaster has some of the most violent ejector airtime out of any coaster that I have been on. Every element hits with the crazy ejector airtime pops and the intense positives on the valleys. It isn't long, but it packs a ferocious punch in its 30 seconds of ride time. To start off the top 3, we have TMNT Shellraiser at Nickelodeon Universe, New Jersey. This really feels like two coasters in one, with the JoJo roll and the intense LSM launch at the beginning, along with a few other large elements, and the crazy 121.5 degree rolled steepest drop, marking the halfway point of the ride. The inversions are extremely forceful and extremely thrilling. At number 2, we have the Giant Dipper at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. This coaster has some of the strongest laterals that I've experienced and plenty of airtime on most hills. The Giant Dipper is a little rough, but the forces more than make up for that. This coaster is extremely underrated, and I highly recommend this classic 99-year-old wooden coaster. This leads to one last coaster, and that is Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm. I love this ride. It towers over the Ghost Town section of the park and features a great mix of airtime and laterals. It feels like the full package as it provides well over a minute of thrills, and there is no dull moment to this ride. You can't forget about the legendary drop off the mid-course, providing plenty of airtime for all the riders. Ghost Rider is also running very smoothly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider subscribing for more content like this.